'Cause Michael is a firework.
An appropriate pun. Am I being punked?
Where's Ashton Kutcher?
Where's asshole
What?
Coochie?
Coocher.
Asshole
Isn't that-
Coochie, yes.
Is that how you say his name?
Yeah,
Coocher.
asshole Coochie.
Coocher. That's what I've been saying.
No,
Kutcher?
Kutcher.
Kutcher?
Not Coocher.
Tomato potato.
Suture my Coocher, daddy.
If he has an issue, if he has an issue with how I say his last name, he can come in here in person and tell me.
Hovercraft.
Starting beef with Ashton.
Hovercraft.
There we go.
I see the short in our future.
Fuck him.
And the tragedy in our stars, or the fault in our stars, maybe. Who knows? If one more tragedy occurs to somebody who hosts this show, I think we're not going to be able to publish material. John's
I
hair.
was
about to say, with that hair,
finally,
yeah.
over the edge.
I got up to get a sparkling water, and all of the cans are like this in the whole case.
They're all dented.
They're all exploding out of the all 12, and I'm just like, okay, all right.
That is a tragedy.
And also, your sparkling beverage has a name that looks like a Sopranos character.
What is it?
What is it called?
Seltzer.
Oh man.
Yeah.
If you have it broken up over 2 lines. So, next
Oh.
character, season 5.
My goodness.
Seltzer is moving
Seltzer.
in.
They
when
couldn't
you
afford to
can't-
put it in one line.
Apparently not.
Oh, Shane, this is in our pre-roll, but another plot point that I didn't expect in The Sopranos is that, God, Anthony? Little Anthony? No, not Anthony.
Big
their son.
Anthony. Medium size.
It's medium Anthony, yeah.
Yeah.
What is
Medium
their
rare
son?
Anthony.
I mean, you
Oh.
say these things, but there's only
Well
like,
done, Anthony.
there's like 17 Anthony's.
Big pussy, little pussy.
No big pussy Anthony. You don't want to fuck with him.
There's big pussy and little pussy.
There's-
Wait, but big pussy Anthony though.
No,
Oh, okay.
that would be Casey Anthony.
Oh, fair enough.
Call back.
What's their son's name?
What?
Their son's name?
Dickhead, I think.
I didn't expect that. A
Big,
plot point
little, or
would-
medium?
Big dickhead.
Oh, okay.
I didn't.
He and
expect
Big
that-
Pussy are seeing each other.
Oh no.
I didn't expect that a plot point on their show would be them debating whether or not their son should become an event planner because he got really good at throwing parties and charging people money to get in with their cup. Like a cup is the ticket
Yes.
price, like
You can't
oh,
make this shit up.
I mean, that is how you make money at a party. Yeah.
It's a pimp cup.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't for the life of me remember what the hell that fucking kid's name is, but that's
That bugged me
fine.
because he was on.
I remember Willow, but he is infinitely forgettable. I hate that kid.
Neto.
Willow, pussy, pussy Willow.
Hello.
Oh, my favorite.
I should know this because the gal who plays Meadow and the dude who plays Tony's son were guests on a podcast, and I really enjoy. That's why I started watching The Sopranos because I watched their interview.
Excuse me, Willow,
Meadow.
Willow Soprano.
I'm so lost right now.
Join the
Where
club.
am I?
This is called slipping into senility. I am Junior Soprano
AJ,
of this
it is
podcast.
Anthony. It's Anthony Jr. It's fucking AJ. God damn it.
Little Tony.
It's little Tony.
Oh,
You had medium Tony. That was Steve Buscemi.
uh-huh. His lazy eye was little Tony. So, in case you were wondering, this is our pivot for season 4. This is how we get around having a format change. We are now a Sopranos-themed podcast.
Oh no. We'd have
Delightful.
to pod yourself a gun.
Just tape it to your head, John. I swear.
Oh,
It'll-
What the
God.
hell is going on?
Young
His
I
hair.
don't need
Frankenstein
more
too.
trauma
See,
today.
I honestly thought my hair was the most out of control, but I was woefully unprepared for that.
Wait until I take
Like,
my
why
shirt
wear a
off.
Cap? Yeah, that's the reason that Shane wears his cap all the time too. You don't want to see the kind of hair that's under
It's
there.
super unruly.
It's wild.
Just a thatch of bare skin.
Oh, Terrifying.
This episode brought to you by Bearskin.
And also, I want to proudly announce that I'm going to try Courtney's recommendation for this evening. So for the entirety of this episode, I will be acting as Pepperbilly Pete. So I hope you enjoy. I am not going to speak in any other of my dulcet tones for the remainder of the evening. So for the Disinformed podcast, let's get started.
All right, turn off your subwoofers now, everyone.
Woofer?
Woofers.
Damn near killed her.
Some woofer.
Subwoofer.
Woof. Woof.
Forget
Woof,
about
woof.
it. Forget about it.
Well, if you ever had a Disinformed podcast before, I'm going to make you a good one. Let's get started. I'm
So
going to need a half pound of cream cheese.
Hmm.
In
I
any
like
event.
where this is going.
Yeah, speaking of cheesy transitions, by the eternal, behold,
Behold.
it is the Disinformed podcast. I'm Shane.
I'm John.
You know, I'm Michael.
I'm Courtney.
I like that you kept the spirit alive last week.
Gotta let me really hear the music in it.
Hey, the boobity bob.
I'm gonna never make it this record.
Courtney speaks the third most John out of the podcast hosts here.
Still have to do.
It seems like we are just awash in calamity, so I'm not going to will any more tragedy into our existences today. We're just going to get started, just going to roll right on into the discussion, because that's the most appropriate way.
What it was is you started telling everybody else to have a good time, and then we
I was
all
just
just went to
thinking-
hell. You took our good time and you gave it to them.
You know,
Chaos magicked this.
I haven't been telling people to have a good time for the last several weeks, so maybe
Yeah.
this is my fault.
Ooh.
Maybe I Twilight Zoned us out of this because I stopped telling everybody to have, something good happen to them.
You're basically the scarf around the neck of that like gal from the old folk tale, where she's decapitated.
And it's just holding on.
Yeah. And then he's like, "Don't touch my ribbon," and then you touched the ribbon, and then our heads rolled off.
Oh, I touched the ribbon.
Oh, you touched that ribbon. Ooh wee.
Damn near spit on it.
So we've gotten rave reviews over last week's 69 episode.
Yeah, we did.
There has been a lot of people who are going to be severely traumatized for the remainder of their life or longer. One of which is a super fan of ours who has promised no further artwork of that episode will be depicted.
I mean,
No
that's
yonis
fair.
will be drawn.
That's fair.
Big
I wouldn't. That's
science.
why I did not ask any art. There doesn't need to be for that episode.
That didn't really happen, but yeah,
I mean-
I don't think that the superfan Steven was very fond of how all of that manifested. I just got a head shake.
I'm sorry.
So.
You know what,
Same,
Superfan Steven,
same.
I'm sorry. Oh, John's computer crashed. I thought he was sitting there listening intently, but nope, he
He gone.
he's just dead. Okay.
Look
This
at him.
is why we have shorts of anything. Is just have. This is.
Oh, he's gone. No,
of
I
course
missed
it.
it.
You know, you can screen cap it from this at
Yes,
some point.
I
and
will
just
get
run
it.
with it. But that is
Beautiful.
John's author picture from this point forward.
Oh. He seems so intent. I thought he was just listening politely, but no.
You
This
should have known if that was your
episode-
inkling. That's
this-
not what was happening.
This is cursed.
Cursed.
It is officially cursed. This is the cursed episode.
Cursed.
While we're on the topic, so I, out of just the clear blue sky. Now, okay, Michael, you were holding your pose for too long. I was like,
Sorry,
did Michael
no,
freeze?
I'm here.
What's going on?
Here.
Okay, all right.
I'm here.
So it's gonna have to do a wellness check every 45 seconds on this
Everyone
show.
connected still?
Yes.
Okay,
as far as
cool.
I'm aware. Okay. So I had reached out to Courtney because I had mentioned that I have a topic prepared for the evening and offered to let her off the hook for this week, knowing the things that are going on in her life presently. I thought it would be wise. And apparently I threw the lifeline at the exact right moment, is what I hear.
You just have excellent timing. I don't know if anybody's ever had to have new keys made for their car before because you lost the one and only key to your car, but that's $400 in case anybody was curious.
Yeah, key fobs are expensive as shit.
No, not even a fob. This is just keys to open and turn this stupid thing on. Needless to say, Jonah is fired. He's not allowed to drive a car on his own anymore. He's not allowed to hold his own keys. They are going to have to get him a leash and a purse, probably.
So your house is now a key party
kinky.
every night? Just has to throw them in the bowl.
Well, no, I'm a warden now, so I'm like, did you turn in your keys? Are they on the hook? Are they where they go?
You gotta tap him, gotta strip search him. And not in a fun way.
That sounds delightful.
Not in a fun way. Pat him down. That's the word I was coming up with. Give him a pat down.
Cavity search?
I don't think he's putting the
If
keys in
that's
his
what it
butthole,
takes
Michael. I would have
If that's
looked
what it takes
if
to
that's
find
where
the
there were.
keys. You never know. You never know. He
It's one of my
lost
favorite-
keys. You
God.
can't trust him. Sorry. That got really loud.
That's one of my favorite Robin Williams bits from back in the days where he said, you can tell a guy's really intoxicated when you find him supine over his hood of his car at 2:30 in the morning with his keys in his asshole, and he's jiggling them around going, I think it's flooded. I just got to turn it over one more time.
Can you guys hear me or
We've
no?
all been there.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Sorry about that. And Michael, I lost all of that because
Don't
my
worry
computer
about it.
crashed in the middle of recording. So
Don't worry about it.
We can start over.
nope, keep it. It's good.
Okay. All right.
I'll figure it out. Don't YOLO. Don't give a fuck.
Yoskro? So, yeah. Sounds like a very wonderful way to try to get your week and your car started.
It was like the timing of it. I started a new job this morning and I was like, you're on your own. You got to figure this out. This is not my problem. This is a you problem. And we have a ghost. I was telling Shane earlier, I woke up from a nap and I have a handprint bruise on my arm. You can see the fingerprints.
What?
No idea how that happened. I was home alone and we have a ghost now. So
I feel like we're responsible for this. We got you to start watching horror movies and now you're being haunted.
I think you're
Yeah.
missing the salient point of the story. She said she's home alone, so she's now Kevin McAllister.
Exactly.
and there's
Being
not enough cheese
assaulted.
pizza.
And
Isn't that
someone
Jonah's,
is going to
favorite movie of all
pee in
time?
the bed without the rubber sheets.
It's true.
Shame.
Well,
Indeed. Despite the fact that you now have some sort of sinister ghost haunting your home, I hope you survive.
It doesn't matter.
Thoughts
it's
and
fine.
prayers. I don't care if I
Nah,
die.
it's
It's
You
a
guys won't
Tuesday.
miss me. It'll be fine.
maybe
It's
they're
good.
trying to give you a little bit of death, as a treat.
Oh, a treat.
Hey, well, maybe you can haunt the, apartment building that you're in, and the property management can just deal with you for time immemorial.
They won't. Her apartment complex won't do anything.
No.
Even if it benefits them.
And now you can just, like the tenants or the residents of the Stanley Hotel, you can just flip lights off and on. You can make really nasty smelling, fragrances. And
Oh, you can
burn
be
the quiche
smelly
all you
girl.
want.
Mm.
Well, I was thinking I could run through the complex naked screaming, but we've already had that happen a couple weeks ago, so it wouldn't even be original.
It
How
is.
are you supposed to top this?
Congratulations, Michael. Why don't you just add her address into the discussion so people can thoroughly
We've
stalk
mentioned-
her?
It's fine. That
can
would be
bleep it
add
if
this
you
to
want.
the
Crazy
list.
that you
Honestly,
live-
that would
I tried.
like a
I
stalker
tried.
would honestly still be like pretty low on my list of like stress. So like it wouldn't matter.
Someone cares about me enough to stalk.
Yeah,
I'm so happy.
wait, are they gonna bring me gifts and like is this gonna
Like
be like a
this-
thing? Because actually I'd be into that.
Because
See-
actually,
It's confirmed.
You say that, and then the first time that I pop up from behind a car as you're walking out to go to work at 6 in the morning, you might change your mind.
yeah, it's probably because you're.
Well, because
you'd probably
it's
do
you.
something
It's
like,
not a random stranger stalker.
Yeah.
Like,
you'd probably like, hello,
Hey.
Courtney. Yeah.
Hey, Courtney.
ah!
Brought you this excessively lubricated adult toy. That's a cucumber. No, it's an adult
Adult toy.
toy.
when I'm done with it.
I've been slobbering on it from my butthole for the last 4 days.
Oh,
I heard you
Slobber.
find things that have a hard time breathing cute.
Don't insult my asthma.
And then
Anyway,
I smack it out of his hand. I go, knock that shit off. 'Cause he keeps trying to
you
be
appear from
Jedi.
behind the car too.
He keeps
Stop
trying
it
to
at
make
6 in the
the
morning.
fucking-
Stop harassing her
He keeps trying to make the fucking cucumber levitate with his hands. This isn't fucking Jedi.
with enough butthole slobber. Anything's
Fucking
possible.
Shane and Silent John over here just laying siege to all the non-consenting women in
before we
the
get
greater
into-
Tempe metropolitan area.
Oh,
By the
God.
time this airs, Clerks 3 will be in theaters. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to go check her out.
Y'all are lucky because I was about to broadcast with my robe again this evening, but I elected to go for a shirt and
Damn
no
it.
pants as
I
opposed
think you should
to
have gone
just.
with the robe.
I do as well, but that's my full Silent Bob look, so we could have gotten it.
Get off.
All right, well, getting off. Now that we've had enough preamble,
Never enough preamble.
my Jedi mind trick here. What we typically do on this show for the uninitiated amongst you out there is we like to delve into random esoterica, and in the course of explaining it to one another, we like to lie occasionally. That is the shtick, that is the fun. However, tonight we're going to veer slightly askew.
Ooh.
We're going to move away from our usual format just a hair.
Ooh,
Ooh.
teaser. Mm.
Please her.
Are you
And
high,
near
Michael?
killed her? No.
He's drunk. He has that fucking crowler.
I had half of it. I said I split
Yeah,
it.
that's like a normal person's amount of beer.
A crowler is 32 ounces, dog.
Former. I'm just going to raise an eyebrow at how disgusting that was. What are you, Randy Jackson over here? But former
I
show
love you.
alumnus Ozzy Osbourne would say, Mr. Crowler.
anyway,
We're off topic.
I'm
Yes.
riding that white
No,
horse.
we're on topic while being off topic. So, as opposed to our usual fare, I will tell you, I'm exceedingly excited about the prospect of this, because even in coming up with the concept, I made myself chuckle.
Ooh.
So this is going to be fun, but I will say there are lies. So we are going to stick with the usual format of the show, and I am going to be fibbing. And you are going to have to figure out what the fib is. However, it's going to be in a slightly off-kilter fashion. So I can't tell you how many lies there are.
Okay. I'm okay with this.
But this is going to be an entertaining time because we are going to play a new game that I've come up with, and we'll see whether or not this is a recurring installment or something that is just a one-off. But for a single episode, this is a fun time for me. So tonight is the inaugural edition of Florida Man.
Ooh, okay.
So
I'll
I'm
bite.
gonna read some headlines to you all, and you have to tell me whether or not this actually took place in Florida.
I like this.
Okay.
And this is like current
Okay.
events kind of thing, or like this all
No, this is just headlines that I have come across, and so it plays off of something we did on the show previously, and also incorporates lies. And so we're just going to run with this. And I'm really excited by the cavalcade of material that I've come up with here. So it's going to be a good time, I think. But everybody, and please, we're going to riff on this. This is going to be commentary and discussion. We'll, clue our way out of this to see whether or not the candlestick was actually used in the library, as Michael likes to talk about.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay. So, again, your choices here are Florida Man or no.
Okay, pretty simple options.
Yep. So I just want to make sure
And are we-
everybody is familiar with how we're going to proceed.
with this? Is it going to be try to like one at a time this? Like a voting system?
Raise your paddle.
Yeah.
Sure. However you want to.
Okay,
Wade
well,
in as you will.
I got a
been
paddle right
it's
there,
been a long
right here,
time
the
since we've
talisman,
had-
Shane's favorite Stephen King.
Fuck you.
If you
Oh my
This-
goodness! All right, is John? What is that? A tarot card? Tarot?
It is Tara.
What the fuck is it? I don't know how to pronounce words.
That's a sex
Garrett?
position, Michael.
The Hanged Man. Oh
Tarot?
yeah, it is.
Tarot damn near killed it.
Okay.
Yikes. Okay.
You can hide your weed in that, by the way.
Tarot?
now
in the
that
Tarot box.
now that we've all talked about our things that we can't show through our audio medium.
Oh, we can on those glorious shorts that you show on YouTube all the time.
Ka-chow.
But for all you other pterodactyls out there, we're going to get started. So here we are. Headline number 1. Police say man with no hands and no legs is armed and on the run.
That is not Florida man.
No, that sounds like Florida man.
Why would you think that someone who was a quadruple amputee could not exist in the great state of Florida? Tell me.
Because I'm ableist.
Well, it's
At
also
least he's
Florida. I'm
honest.
surprised
Have you
they
not
haven't
been to Florida?
I am not. I'm not.
There are plenty of non-abled folks there. I
Well,
guarantee
they're
it.
retired.
That's
It's not how you pronounce that word either, Michael. But
You're right. I'm sorry. I'm
one of
sorry.
those retirees, they get special spaces to park in.
Oh God damn! Well, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and back that. That's not offensive because most of the time things do happen, and they yeah. You know.
When you're infirm, you
Oh,
need
yeah.
to be
Elderly.
closer to wherever you're going to
Okay,
get your
yeah,
special
that's
This
where
is
breakfast.
going really well. Not
Yeah.
problematic at all. You don't have to edit any of the last
No,
minute and a half.
you
at
don't.
all.
Yeah, they got
Okay.
dropped off at the mall this morning. That's
Yeah,
what they do. They go for
usually
their
have
walks.
giant buses coming from their retirement communities that drop
Exactly.
them off places, and then they get picked up. That's how it goes.
It's social activity.
Exactly. They got to get
Not-
walks every once in a while, you know?
This is really bad.
Good for the brain.
So John is you're still in the know on this is not Florida.
I don't think this is Florida man.
Okay. Anybody else?
I
I think
it
this is Florida man.
Okay. This strikes you as something that would happen in the great peninsular
It
state.
sounds
Yes.
very similar to another story that I saw recently out of Florida, so it tracks.
Okay. This is in fact Florida man.
Okay, fuck me.
Authorities in Florida are searching for an armed quadruple amputee who's reportedly been on the run since Tuesday, hoping to question him about his involvement in a double murder.
Armed with what?
Not
now,
armed.
that's just going... Oh, that just went
That's
too
like-
far, man.
No,
So do you
you
imagine
know
he's
what I'm
crawling
saying.
like he's nubbing his way at people with like a knife between his teeth? Is that with your
Yar!
commander style?
I
Oh,
don't know. That's what
no.
I'm asking. I'm not trying to be offensive. I literally want to know how this is possible.
Well, it is conceivable that he has prostheses that he's utilizing.
Well, it doesn't
Yeah, that
say
is an
a
invention we've
quadruple
been using
amputee
for a
with
while.
prostheses. It's
You can
Prostheses.
drive a Lambo with prostheses.
Straight to the
I
moon.
get-
Hell, you
I guess
got
what I'm
enough
thinking is,
money,
like,
you can
how-
even make literal diamond hands. So,
No.
I guess what I'm thinking is like how that's relevant to the story at all. But then I guess like if he is a quadruple amputee and he does have prostheses, that it would be I don't know.
I think he has a James Bond wheelchair apparatus that just fires weapons off like the fucking Batmobile, and he's just opening fire at people as he's rolling down the road.
they see me
Like-
rolling. They hating.
Dexter meets Gotham City.
Or Limp Bizkit meets Gotham City. Rolling, 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 rolling.
I think only Fred
I'm not the
Durst could
hero
save
they need.
Florida.
I'm the hero they deserve.
Hands up and hit. Oh.
Oh, too soon, too soon. I'm sorry.
Okay. See, I told you we were going to have fun with this. Don't act
Oh
like
my
this. All right.
God.
Everybody ready for number 2?
Yes.
I don't know.
Florida police are responding to the Heat Hotel after a male walked into the restaurant, peed into a wine glass, and walked back out.
That could happen in any town, I believe.
Yeah, this sounds too pedestrian.
Not refined like a Florida man.
Oh,
He
no,
peed
no.
in a wine glass.
I don't
That's
think
as
they
refined
have
as you
wine
get.
What
glasses.
I mean by
in Florida?
refined, I mean there could have been a lot more things. Like I feel like there should be at least like a gator involved or some sort of like conspiracy or something like that.
Oh,
Okay.
Someone walks into a fancy restaurant, pisses in a wine glass. I feel like yeah, that could happen anywhere. I'm
I've
gonna
been
say no. I think that it happened, but I don't think it happened in Florida.
Well, I will tell you, I'll clarify. There's only one headline in the course of this entire thing that just outright didn't happen. So I'm going to but
Okay.
everything else, these are all real headlines. They have only been slightly amended in order for me to better sell them.
That's
but
fair.
everything is true.
Okay. So,
But the names have been changed to protect the innocent.
of course, we don't want to out anyone in this case.
Why does no one ever protect me?
I think you answered your own question. Okay, so Michael's saying no Florida. How about you, John? This is Florida, yeah?
Yeah, I think this is Florida. I
Okay.
believe it.
Courtney?
Not Florida.
Not Florida. Okay, well, John's 0 for 2. This was Vancouver.
Like, it's too
I
vague. There wasn't some
simultaneously-
crazy chase or something involving gators. It couldn't be
I
Florida.
simultaneously can't believe humanity and can believe humanity at the same time, just not at the right moments. So I think that says a lot about my character.
The article does not confirm whether or not meat or fish was being served at the table at the time, which is
I was
probably
really
why
worried.
we're out for, you know, no one wants to figure out if it was a chabless that he was serving there.
I was really worried that it was meat or fish on the table, because if it was anything, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a real
All right.
easy
Pairs well with the
Chardonnay.
fish. Pairs well with the cod tonight. Good year. Good year.
You can get a cod piece as well.
Cod was a
Exactly.
good year.
What?
Cod's a good year, yes. You don't want like a 1997 cod. That's not gonna. It'll stand up well in court. Won't stand up here.
No. It is legal, though.
Sounds a bit
Okay,
fishy to me.
sounds great.
All right. So
1997, it's over 21. Give me
I'm
those
glad you
looks.
can do math, Michael.
I said
I
stop
have
the
a degree
damn
in it.
match is what I said. Okay, so headline number 3: Florida couple trapped in unlocked closet for 2 days.
Couple? I don't know.
Florida, 100%. 100%
Florida,
that happened
I'm
in
doubting-
Florida.
She's very confident.
I'm doubting the couple, but I still think it happened in Florida. So
Are you
I'll say yes. to
gaslighting
make it
them?
easy. I don't know. I feel like if it was like just one Florida man just stuck in there, like I feel like
Hey,
I don't
Do you
feel
not
like you would
feel
think it. But
like
if it was a
if
couple,
it's a couple, they've been distracting themselves for a couple days, Michael?
well, they call it 5 minutes in heaven or 7 minutes. I can't remember. I never did it.
can't
I wasn't
even
cool.
say
Do
the
they call
game
it that?
right.
Michael's
It's
But,
never
proof
been there. He
positive
doesn't
that
know.
I was going to say, Michael hasn't even had 30 seconds in heaven as far as we're
Oh,
aware.
is that what they
so-
call it
Well-
nowadays? I
Well,
I last 1 second, so it
Where
doesn't
I
matter.
told
come
me.
from, it's 30 seconds.
They told me
Well-
how long you last is how many minutes heaven is. So right now it's 5 minutes in heaven. Someday I hope to get to 7 minutes, and they said that's the maximum.
Actually, the song Michael's referencing said heaven can wait.
Stairway to heaven. Yeah, no, I think it.
Okay, so that's 2 for Florida. John, you want to see if you can change your
Get
current
some points on the
trajectory?
boards. Let's get him on the board.
I think it's Florida for sure.
Okay, we got a trifecta here, and you are correct. This actually happened.
Yay!
And Michael, it was a couple.
Couple
Uh,
of idiots.
You're not wrong.
Zing!
So it took 2 days for a Florida man who thought he was trapped in an unlocked janitor's closet with a woman to call 911 on his cell phone. And it was only until the police arrived that name omitted to protect the innocent. His name is John, though, so let's run with that.
Oh no!
And John and Amber realized that they could have opened the door to the closet at the Daytona State College that they walked out. This is so unwieldy. All right. John and Amber realized they could have opened the door to the closet at Daytona State College and walked out at any time, the Orlando Sentinel had reported. The pair told police they were chased into the closet on Sunday, but John didn't dial 911 until Tuesday, and his phone's location was tracked by authorities.
I just wanted to really make sure that we were stuck.
Yep.
Can't be
She
sure that
also
we're
has a
stuck.
$sign tattooed on her throat right here, so I think if you needed a visual metaphor,
So what you're saying is that her throat game is certified money.
according to her,
Yeah, that's true. She's the only person that needs to verify that.
looking at this dickerchief, I'm not sure that you can really trust her word.
Oh
Just
no!
remember, like,
All right.
people tell it's like, don't get hand tattoos. It'll ruin any chance of you getting a job. And then you see people with fucking
Like, hold my
tattoos
beer, I got
of a-
this.
of the literal cash money sign on your Adam's apple.
You know, getting a cash money tattoo on your neck,
It's not very cash money.
not very cash money. Yeah.
I heard she actively had a really successful music career, but she had to quit because of her throat. People said if she kept singing, they were cutting it. So it's going to be a good time. All right. Headline number 4. I will show you this later on. But Florida man suspected of using private plane to draw giant radar penis. And there is 2 very poorly drawn phalli on the radar here.
I think
Was there
I read
actually
about this. I don't think it happened in Florida.
Was there actually a tattoo on that gal's throat?
There was actually a tattoo, yes.
I just need to make
He
sure
said that
match.
he was only lying about the overall story, not just like bits and pieces of it.
I'm only lying about whether it happened in Florida or not. The stories are true.
Okay.
If you
Sorry.
figure
I'm
out
still
the
trying to
one,
yeah.
I will give bonus points to whomever figures out which story is actually just patently false.
Okay.
Okay.
I had to amend something slightly, and you'll see when we get there, but I'll explain at the end. All right, so Michael's saying this does not happen in Florida. People would not dare use an aircraft to draw a dick in the skyline.
No, that's not what I said. I said that I think I've read this story before, and I don't recall it being in Florida.
You're putting penises
I
in
wouldn't
his
be
mouth.
surprised if another Florida man were to do it. I just didn't think it happened in Florida
Okay.
yet.
I personally don't think that Florida people can fly.
Not with that attitude.
Depends on how high the building is you throw them off of, John.
Hey.
So I'm going to say no.
Okay, that's 2 anti. How about you, Courtney?
I'm gonna agree because this feels very like Midwest kids stole the like crop dusting plane and like
Like in
Just-
Independence Day?
yeah.
They can just crop dust in Walmart like the rest of us do.
I'm home.
Like adults.
Or I'm back. That's what he says. Damn it. Damn it. I ruined the whole quote.
Michael, you are a wreck today.
It's been a
Okay,
day.
well, that is a loss for all 3 of you. This happened in Florida.
Oh.
Did? Oh.
Yep. So whatever you read about, Michael, you are mistaken.
Might just be thinking of a different time someone in their flight plan charted out a dick.
And there's 2. So there is one that is they're rudimentary phalli. I will show you.
Well, of
later on,
course.
but
There's
they're
no
awful.
dick balls and hair in the.
Oh no, there's dick balls and hair on one of them. There definitely was an
An
attempt.
artiste. An
There are
artiste.
testicles on both, but one of them is seen from the side, so it's a side view. So it's one testicle looking into the phallus. The other is what looks like a really poorly drawn rocket ship by a 5-year-old.
What
I'm
about
a
one that's
rocket
head
man.
What about one that's like just head on that looks like Shai Hulud from Dune?
Or Shia LaBeouf from Dune.
Head on, apply directly to the forehead.
Here we go.
Ugh.
All right.
Here we
Uh,
fucking go.
Next headline, because I'm not going to keep count for this whole thing. Otherwise, we're going to have a long night.
Fair.
Florida man detained on the Disney World monorail for being aggressive with other occupants, shadowboxing, and threatening imaginary entities.
Considering I've seen that at Howie's, I would say that this would definitely happen at Florida. In Florida.
Okay. The most magical place on earth. He's shadowboxing at the air.
Did I mention? I don't think I mentioned that. So I went on break where I walk away and go get a sandwich from when I'm working at Howie's. And as I was walking to the sandwich shop, there was a person yelling, epithets, just generally being that
typical
kind of
Phoenix
person.
night.
The
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Huge.
So apparently that he walked into Howie's while I was gone, yelled shit at the employees, walked out, squatted, took a shit, and then threw it at the wall next to my car. Someone had
Well,
to get
you-
a power washer and wash it off.
You said he yelled shit at the people, and then he threw shit at the people. Yeah.
It was an overarching theme apparently with his
Do you
night.
feel like him yelling shit before he threw shit was like a warning?
I wouldn't. No, I wasn't there. I literally came back and they're like, "You missed the most interesting night so far."
Shit hit the fan.
Literally, no.
They were
but yeah,
they were in the shit. They were really in the shit.
They were in the shit.
It's poetic. It's beautiful.
It is
Yeah.
poetic.
You don't know shit.
You never expect that kind of depth in Tempe.
No.
Oh, I've experienced depth in Tempe.
Not warmth.
Yeah,
though.
you have.
She had a tattoo on the throat. Anyway,
Cash
So-
money.
Michael has entered in his thoughts. How about the other, the both of you?
I don't know. I feel like the headline is basically Courtney after 2 more bad days.
I
She
would
took
love
a
to see.
monorail and just shadow boxing.
I'd love to see Courtney shadowboxing. That would make my day.
Well, I'm 50-50 on this, right? Because there's a monorail in California, there's a monorail in Florida.
Mhm.
Ooh, good point.
I feel like, though, the security in California probably would have got that man out of there much faster, whereas, like, the security at Disney Florida was probably like, it's Tuesday, I don't know, guess this is what we're doing today. So I'm gonna go, Florida.
Oh man, we're right down the middle, and I get to tie. I have whatever I say is going to be wrong. I'm going to go ahead and say Florida too. Yeah, sure,
Okay.
it happened.
So that's all three across the board. This actually happened in Vancouver.
God damn it!
What
You
the
have a real hard
so
on for
Vancouver
Canada.
is Canada's Florida, man.
You like
I
Canada
well,
so
it
fucking
depends.
much. Why don't you
Yes.
go move there?
So I did add in the Disney World and the monorail just
Well,
to sell
yes,
it.
yes,
So
yeah.
again, yes, I have to tailor this somewhat. But yeah, no, that did not. This was a guy who was just walking down the street, just shadow boxing and screaming at people. So authorities were dispatched.
That's just any downtown. My sister and her fiance were doing pictures downtown for their engagement photos, and a police officer stopped them and said, "Hey, like, have you guys seen a guy in a red shirt with a machete? We're looking for him." And they were like,
What sick fucking Star
what?
Trek episode was this out of?
That's how myths
The
start.
nuclear
That's-
vessels.
that's
so this can just happen anywhere at any time.
I'm fairly certain I've seen at least one transient like just start shadow boxing. I've been on
there
mill
is-
enough times.
one of my favorite of that community is on our like at my work, the intersection. I think on Fridays and Saturdays, this homeless dude just does dance parties, like
Nice.
shirtless dance parties.
Hell
I
yeah.
love
It's
that.
actually fucking amazing.
That
So, like,
sounds
I'm
actually
going-
really fucking cool. Shit.
It's awesome. The guy can like do the whole like worm while standing up, like and like
What?
make his arms like fucking wavy tubes.
You guys are missing out on an opportunity. You need to just like, hey,
I-
when you show up, just come dance in our parking lot. We'll get people.
Yeah,
We'll
just
get
give him a
people.
little
Pay them.
cardboard sign,
Yeah.
that says where you work, and just he can direct traffic.
Even better. Shoot.
I'm surprised. Oh, dude.
Speaking of which, no, go ahead. I'm
I was
sorry.
gonna say, I was just thinking that if they had more, like if they were entrepreneurial, that they could make cardboard signs and they could charge for parking in our parking lot.
So we're
Like
referencing
$5
Atlanta
valet.
now. Okay.
Yeah.
Have you guys
Oh,
seen
yeah.
Yo-Yo Guy over by me? He's 2
No.
miles down the street from me. He has a sign that says "Show me some love," and the dude just stands out there with his yo-yo, and it's the funniest shit.
And do you
Well-
think not that it matters, but do you think this person's homeless, or do you think they just do it for the love of the yo-yo game?
I think
mean,
he
that
just
could
loves to yo-yo because the dude just walked down the street, he put out his little sign, and he was going at it. It was great.
He's
the-
not
he's
even
the
asking for
ballers-
donations. He's just like, hey guys, show me that
Look
you're
at my
enjoying
new
the
hobby.
show.
He's
Hey,
like
this
the-
could be insidious, though. He might be one of the divine members of the Yo-Yo Sisterhood.
Ooh, that's true. They
You
carry
never know.
pants to each other.
You never know.
That's a different one,
Was-
Michael.
That's I don't know anything about sisterhood.
Oh, you're
Okay,
talking
well,
about Yu-Gi-Oh. That's with cards.
Rufio, like from Hook.
Rufio!
Love him.
His hair is amazing. Heck,
Yeah.
it's
He's an
never changed.
amazing person.
Absolutely. Speaking of delightful transients, I passed one who was holding up a sign as I was on my way home that said, "Why lie? I just want some beer."
But
That's a classic.
John, I
Yeah,
didn't know you worked
classic,
over
yeah.
by Shane.
I work under Shane.
Yeah, he does.
It's not a very supportive position. But on the
You should see the
Subject.
gridlock.
of directing traffic, our next headline: Florida man arrested for directing traffic while also urinating.
Is he doing the helicoptering? He's like, "Woo."
I
Yeah,
mean,
that's
it's-
what I was like. Is he directing while, like, with his
with his
member?
penis.
Yeah.
History has not told whether or not there was going to be, any sort of sprinkler system happening with the direction, or if he's shadow dancing whilst, just relieving himself.
Yeah, and this sounds so. It sounds pedestrian in my
Literally,
yes.
yes.
canon. Well, yes, in my canon for Florida man, he is a
Why
larger
did
than
you have
life.
to say canon right now when we're talking about urinating?
It's a cannon. Whew, fire
Haven't you
hose.
seen it?
It'll knock people over. But in my canon for Florida man, he is larger than life. You know, just standing on in the middle of an intersection directing traffic while pissing. It doesn't sound like him. It sounds like it's so mundane.
It's one man that does all these crimes.
Like Santa Claus.
Well, yeah. I mean, honestly, that's my headcanon. Like, it's
He's
just one
peeing
person.
while you're sleeping.
He's peeing while you're awake. He'll pee if you are bad or good. So I guess it doesn't matter at that point.
So drink his pee, for goodness sake.
Oh, there you go.
It's a sparkling beverage. Well, according to, Terry Bollea, a.k.a. Hulk Hogan, who did start his career in Florida,
That.
he said that, Terry Bollea has, a normal average man's penis, but Hulk Hogan...
Is piss carbonated?
I mean,
What?
depending upon how much, air you've pumped into your own ass.
Michael, can you drink some of your own piss and tell us if it's carbonated? If it tastes effervescent?
Why would it be carbonated?
I don't know. It bubbles.
Like
Man, this stuff tastes like piss and flies to you?
I so when you mix stuff, when stuff is in around the air and it hits a bowl, it's going to have air.
Yeah.
It's going to be aerated. The term is
Go ahead.
aerated, and I smacked my mic for emphasis.
Okay.
Smack me for emphasis.
Go for it.
It's not carbonated. Carbon is not being infused into the urine.
Well, not with
it's
that
just being-
attitude.
I mean, if
Not
you
in
want
this
to do
economy.
that, that's entirely your whatever gets you off. But you're aerating. It's called aerating. That's why there's bubbles in the toilet when you piss. It's
I'm
not
telling Becky to
carbonated.
take away John's soda stream. He's not allowed to have it anymore.
Oh, no.
He's cut off. He's done.
Oh my god! You
She
know that
has
there
to
is
make
a
sure
fetish.
that he's using it correctly.
Dude,
in society's eyes.
Adult supervision.
Ugh.
know that there is a fetishist out there that's like, they saw the soda stream and they just had heart eyes. They're like, holy shit, everything I've ever wanted.
I mean, there is
One
inflation porn and all that other stuff, so I'm not surprised.
Well, I can tell you John's future
Courtney
because
is though.
from my experience, time and an inflated urethra is going to cut off your soda stream regardless. So you don't have to worry about it.
Oh,
I didn't know you didn't know about inflation porn, Courtney.
I don't want to
I'm
be
sorry.
around anymore.
Don't blame me.
I'm getting flashbacks to last week.
She's like, I'm
Let me
taking out
just
the
tell you.
earbuds. They fucking kill.
Just watch the light lever eyes. Okay, anybody else want to weigh in on the man directing traffic while peeing?
If I'm gonna have a will to live through the rest of this episode, I need this one to be the lie. I don't want it to be true.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we still haven't found out which one is just blatantly false as opposed
You
to
have not.
occurring
No.
in Florida.
Which I'm glad. We want this to take some time here. I don't mind.
Oh man. I mean, it's so impossibly Florida.
I'm inclined to agree with you, John. All right, so that's two non-Florida, well, one non-reality, one non-Florida, one Florida. This did in fact take place in reality and in Florida.
Oh
Nice.
my god.
Huh.
Well, good
Yep.
night. I'll see you guys later.
Yep,
Bye.
it's been good
And
knowing you.
zippity zoop, we're out of here.
Okay, here we go.
Gadzooks.
Moving on. We are on. I will tell you, I'm loving this, and it makes me very happy. We are
Yeah,
on page
I'm
3 of my notes,
Yeah.
and we are now almost an hour into this. So yeah, I think we've got a while to go.
Beautiful.
All right, crews are responding to a Tallahassee home for a 17-year-old male who accidentally shot himself in the eye with a BB gun.
Just like the gypsy foretold.
Oh,
You'll put your eye out, Ralphie.
not Florida.
No.
ho. Pushes him down the slide. That's my favorite scene in the whole movie.
And yet you
I'm
didn't
just
know who
surprised
Gene Shepard was the other week, so you're
And
fired.
also, I'm surprised that
I-
you fucking seen it.
I have, because one of the TV stations would just play it on loop on Christmas.
It'd be
So you're
TNT.
forced to know it.
Let's see,
It was
there you go.
TNT.
It's dynamite. All right, so John has indicated not Florida. How about the other two here?
I feel
I'm-
like you're
I-
trying to trap us with the Tallahassee thing now that we keep adding little details to the headlines.
know,
and
I
we're playing
know.
this game. But I'm gonna say,
Will
yeah,
they,
that
won't
sounds pretty Florida. Honestly, it just sounds like teenage boy in general.
I'm going to be contrarian and say it did happen, but not in Florida.
Well, John said it did happen, but not in Florida.
Yeah.
So you're not being wholly contrarian.
You know what? You're right. I agree with John.
And he's like,
Okay.
you know what?
But he's not
Please.
listening. And
I'm
he's
going to be
proud of it.
contrarian.
I'm going to be contrarian. John's right.
Yeah, exactly. Now you understand what I'm getting at.
There we go.
I'm
Now
with
he's
you.
here.
Okay.
There he is.
All right. This did not take place in Florida, unfortunately.
But it took place.
Gang.
It did,
gang.
yes. This is not
Vancouver?
the lie. So, I don't want to... One of the more famed Twitter streams that you will encounter is ScanBC. It's very, very popular. Kevin Smith references it constantly on Smodcast. They have whole episodes devoted to it. So I gathered quite a bit of material from ScanBC, but also there's other stuff peppered in here. But so this one I did not denote where it came from. So this is probably not, but who knows?
Okay. As long as it's not Florida.
It's
then
not
I'll say
Florida. I have these are highlighted as either Florida, not Florida. It's the format's simple.
Florida everywhere else but Florida. Perfect.
Zachary. So, coming up next, Florida man tries to shoplift from hardware store by stuffing a chainsaw down his pants.
Is that a chainsaw in your pants? Or are you happy to see?
Florida.
Yeah. You know what? I'll go with
Send
Florida.
Yeah, Florida.
That was, in fact, Florida. Getting the hang of it now. Good God. Choking myself to death here. I really, this is, if anyone wants to have, talks with me about why it's difficult, I had a half a cup of coffee before we started here, and I'm already just gargling in phlegm. This is why I don't drink coffee before we do this.
I figured
now.
you drank coffee, just not like flavored or, added extra stuff and everything like that. I thought you drank your coffee black typically.
Usually he mainlines it, actually.
No, he does.
Oh,
If I know anything about Shane, he is 80% sugar, 20% coffee.
I'm 80% cream, 20%
Whatever, same thing
coffee.
to me.
10%
Well,
concentrated power of will.
technically,
You like, as you put it, and as the world has put it, because it's very popular idiom. You like your creamer with a little bit of coffee.
To quote the Beastie Boys, I like my sugar with coffee and cream.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
All right. Police are responding to 17th Ave and 18th Street. Caller says his neighbor has started a fire while performing black magic.
Ooh.
Not
Yes.
Florida.
I'm going to say Florida.
Actually, do we get to like every? Yes, I moved past it. Okay. Sorry, I didn't realize we had answered the previous one. I just barreled through it. So.
Oh, okay. No, we did.
Yes.
We did.
We did. Yes, my brain just wasn't with me. Okay, so
Is this headline real?
this
Well,
one
hold on.
is yes. Mhm. It is a real headline. I will tell you.
Sorry,
the
Courtney,
lie
I was
will
trying.
be. It'll be fairly obvious when it's a lie.
You
I
say
hope.
that.
But
You say that.
So yes,
Not
the
Florida.
neighbor started a fire while performing black magic. That's 2 for not Florida.
No, I said Florida.
Not Florida.
Okay, not Florida.
They're too dumb to have magic.
You'd think. All right. Florida man facing 2 weeks in jail for eating evidence in court.
Wait. What was the answer to that one? It was?
That's what
Okay.
not Florida for the last one.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
For some reason, I
Yay.
just
I didn't catch it. Yeah.
skipped.
We're I'm going faster because we are significantly into the episode here,
You're
which
like,
I'm delighted by.
I've made too much content. Oh,
As
this is a
evidenced,
terrible
I said
problem.
this gives us great stuff to riff off of, and I don't have to get through all of these this evening. It's just there are a
That is
plethora
true.
Yeah,
of us to go
can-
through.
You can really curate the experience. Like, how far are we?
As I said, we are 3 pages into my. I have another 6 pages left here.
Yeah, I feel like we need to wrap this
Beautiful.
up around after an hour and save some.
Yeah,
Love it.
I like I said, I wanted to make sure everybody had fun first. I was enamored with the concept, but I wasn't sure it would translate. But we obviously came up with stuff to talk about in the course of discussing these. So yeah, I don't have to blow the whole load up front here.
With that
But-
attitude.
Okay, so we are still on. Florida man facing 2 weeks in jail for eating evidence in court.
I mean, I've seen Red Dragon, so I know that it's entirely possible to eat evidence.
No question.
Florida.
Okay.
Not Florida. I think it's too general, too generic.
Too genital, yes. I love that Michael has his finger on the pulse of humanity, that he thinks only the hyperbolic activity happens in Florida. Like, just regular workaday dumb shit does not occur in that state.
Well, no, I mean
Petty
it
theft and
does,
robbery
but
doesn't
like,
exist in
like
Florida.
when someone refers to Florida man trademark copyright, it is something that is so out there that you like possibly couldn't envision it happening anywhere else.
Like a quadruple amputee armed and dangerous.
Exactly.
Armed with
Exactly. So someone eating evidence. I mean, we had an ex-president that flushed evidence down the toilet a lot of times and complained the toilet didn't work.
And there were
No,
like
that's not
24
eating it.
fireplaces at his house. Terrible.
Yeah, but why burn it when you can flush it? So eating evidence, I think that wasn't. I think that is too general, too generic.
Your relationships make a lot more sense to me now after that statement, Michael.
Fair.
Courtney, you were saying.
Well, what I'm picturing is they were like passing around documents in court, and he just like grabbed it and like gobbled it down and was like, "No."
What document? What?
It
Wouldn't
was
it be
like
crazy
I'm
if
imagining
I
he's
ate
going
it?
through like a divorce, and it was the divorce papers.
Oh, my nuptials? What nuptials?
See, now this just makes me think of that scene they allude to in Training Day where they talk about this guy that they apprehended who was a major thief. And in order to prove his insanity defense, he took peanut butter, put it between the crack of his ass, and then went into court, just dug a handful of it and started eating it while he was standing in front of the judge. And the judge said, "This man needs to be treated. Send him away." Like, that's what I'm thinking when it's someone eating evidence. That's my thought.
But in Florida, someone's like the judge was probably like, "Okay, what's else? Like I've had 3
Got
other
any
people
jelly?
that have done that." Yeah, exactly.
Would you like
I got
something to-
jelly right here.
Would you like something to wash that down with?
Since Michael didn't know what having your salad tossed meant, I'm sure that he's amazed that he now knows where jelly comes from in that scenario.
Wait,
Well-
jelly comes from there? I thought they put it there. I thought it was artificial.
Well, Michael, do you
I
know
didn't
the
know it was
difference-
organic.
Michael, do you know the difference between jam and jelly?
Well, it must be jelly because jam don't shake like that.
Never mind.
Yeah.
I can't jelly my way into your heart, John. Okay, so
Yes, Florida.
thank you.
Also, if anybody wants, I know we're not supposed to ask for art, but if anybody wants to draw Michael as the one and
Florida
only
man?
Florida man, like the TM,
Please.
the only Florida man, it's all canon, it's all Michael, it is known.
How'd you
That
know
would
my
be great.
superhero name?
Bitch, we know you.
Like a little
An alligator?
alligator.
Yeah.
And it's just a little ribbon that says Florida man, TM.
Hey!
I hate to spoil it, and it's at the end, so we're not going to get to it today, but I included that headline from back in the day of the guy who tossed the
Yay.
alligator through the Wendy's window.
I was going to mention Shane Smith in this episode because that's in his stand-up as he talks about using the alligator as a weapon, and he references that story from Florida.
Yep. I figured I had to do a callback here. It's where the
great.
idea
It's
germinated. So
perfect.
That's
Okay.
fair. That's fair.
Survey says this did in fact take place in Florida. Ding, 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 ding.
Nice.
What did he eat?
Well,
The
That
money.
I didn't. So some of these came with bits of the story. Others, because I just grabbed this from a site as opposed to me ferreting out the Twitter page
fair.
and spending
No,
the
that's
time.
fair. Yeah,
This
yeah.
one did not have accompanying material, just had the headline. So unfortunately, I can't tell you. But Theater of the Mind, I'm sure you can come up with anything as interesting as you would like. All right, I have. I think we're gonna do. I will get through 4 pages here, so I have a few more for us, and then we'll call this thing an evening.
It was documents.
Okay.
she's like, I'm on it.
You don't know anymore.
Well, the thing is that his wife and
Wait.
him were being tried.
Oh,
for
wait,
this-
he actually ate it in court. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I've heard about this one. His wife was also on trial at the same time. So he ate the documents because he thought that you couldn't charge a husband and a wife for the same crime. So he wanted to, get rid of the
It's
evidence.
double jeopardy, but not
For the-
couples
Exactly.
edition.
For the Sopranos fans out there, I'm sure that you'll all appreciate that. But okay. Moving on. God, sorry. Florida man reports fraud to local authorities after he sent $20,000 to a female on OnlyFans. He asks the police not to respond to his home as his wife was home at the time.
John? He doesn't live in Florida.
I had this weird day, and this kind of thing hasn't happened a lot since I've worked at this bar. But I went into the bar today at around like noon, 12:30 to pick up my money from the other day, and I was like, "Oh, I'm here. It's a 20-minute drive." So I sat down and I had like a little short pour, and within 5 minutes of being there, all of the rest of the opening crew just naturally happened to walk in and sat down. We actually like had like this impromptu like just hangout, it was really nice. It made my day. That being said, at some point OnlyFans came up, and my coworker looked at me and she's like, "You've been on OnlyFans?" And she said it just like that, and they're like, "You've been on OnlyFans?" And I was like,
You've been on
"No,
OnlyFans. You know how it works.
No, I've spent money on OnlyFans.
I've purchased OnlyFans, but I have never been an
But
OnlyFan.
I would like to pat myself on the back because as of this recording, I've only spent like $6 on OnlyFans in the past like 2 months.
I thought you were going to say the past 5 minutes.
To allude to one of our songs, your restraint is astounding. All right. So
I think this is not Florida.
you are saying not Florida.
Not Florida.
I
All
would
right.
agree. I don't think it's Florida either.
Anywhere in the
Okay.
world. Yeah.
This could happen anywhere.
This could be anywhere in the world. There's a Canada
You could be anywhere in the world right now, but you're here with us.
because it's just you, me, all
And-
the people.
All
And
of it.
baby, make 3.
I don't know why.
Miguel.
I'm not going to be contrarian today. I'll side with them.
It is not Florida. Congratulations.
Nice. Man,
And
I'm
in
fine
point of
with it.
fact, it was not OnlyFans. Technically, it was a dating site.
Oh,
He sent the
no.
woman $20,000 on a dating site. But I was
That's
like, I'm going to go
even
OnlyFans. It's a lot
worse.
more entertaining.
So like it was just like some asshole obsessed with Tinder super likes. And
Yep.
He spent $20,000 trying to get girls to notice his profile.
Oh, he sent
and
it to one
still-
woman.
Wait. There's
That's
super
so he
likes?
called them to report fraud for this woman he spent $20,000
Also,
to
to
via
answer
dating
your
app.
question, Michael, I don't know the answer present day, obviously, because I'm not a real monster. But back when I was using Tinder, yeah, like it was one of the premium add-on things. Like you could spend X amount so that you could like somebody a lot, so that you would push to the top of their queue
Oh.
for them to rate you.
That
Gross.
I don't know if I
right?
like that. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I don't. No.
Yeah, Michael doesn't know about these things. He only used Craigslist hookups, so...
Misconnections.
Well, yeah, okay. Yes, actually, primarily misconnections, but we didn't have
He
to
had
bring
some
that
of
up.
the craziest sex from that site.
I made you a peanut butter, banana, and jelly pizza the other day, and I stenciled a dick into it with the jelly, and you never called me back.
Missed connections. You were the homeless person that threw shit at the wall at my work.
I really wanted you to get it in my mouth. Please
You'd
come
even-
back.
You'd even decorate my car. What the
Missed-
hell?
Missed connections, quote unquote. Good shit.
Hashtag spackle me, daddy.
Ah!
All right. We're nearly there. Florida man drives truck full of vodka into a tree.
I mean, that could also be anywhere in the world. That sounds like Moscow.
He was trying to mule it into another country.
Moscow Mulet.
Every time.
Thanks, Michael.
Every
I
time.
didn't know what Shane was trying to say. I'm really glad he
Just in
clarified.
case you didn't know,
I'm about to mute
Russia
your ass.
also makes vodka.
Well, as a woman, I
Um,
just don't know things, so I really appreciate you
I
taking
didn't
the
want to
time.
assume that.
Thanks,
I'm sorry.
comrade.
Thanks, Yeah, no, I agree with John. I think it's not specific. It's generic. Could happen anywhere.
Okay.
It could almost
Florida
be like an
man.
obituary from Pennsylvania.
I also want to point out here, though, Michael, that the last 3 times you've used this logic, you were wrong. So
I'm stuck in my
Historically-
ways. You
I
know,
can
if
tell.
it was Florida man, he wouldn't just drive
Jesus.
his vodka truck into a tree.
The
He would
prized
drive
possession.
it into some sort of like mule farm or something
Yeah,
like that
sure.
because he thought that's how he could make Moscow mules.
yeah, you're stuck in your ways like he's stuck in the tree. So,
Yeah, exactly.
Courtney,
I'm picturing that it was a Florida man and he hit the tree and then a bunch of iguanas fell out and then the iguanas got drunk on all the vodka. So yeah, Florida man.
I like that. I like that better.
I'll allow it.
all right. This was Florida.
Yes! Drunk
It
iguanas.
it took police several hours and a crane to get because it was a full, like an actual
Like a-
liquor
a-
truck
Mhm.
full of
Oh,
vodka, and he
okay.
slammed it into the tree.
And he slammed it
It's a good
because he was
time.
drunk
Michael,
on the
did you think
vodka.
it was a pickup truck full of just bottles?
No, I thought it was like a smaller truck, like
Thought-
not a full semi, but something that's still like you don't need a trailer attachment or something like that.
In the
Like,
same way
something
that
small.
he thought
it was
hair
a moonshine.
clippers were scissors.
I didn't know they didn't invent scissors until the 1900s. Okay, I'm sorry.
Scissors. How do they work?
That's on me.
Magnets, bitch. John, this one's for you. I specifically
Okay.
included it because I knew you would love this.
Okay.
Florida man calls 911 after PlayStation Network stops working. The transcription of the 911 call. Caller.
Please.
Hello? Unintelligible. 911. 911, police or paramedics? Caller.
Ow!
Do you know about the whole thing that's going on with the PlayStation Network?
I will say PlayStation. Or Florida. Florida. I'm sorry. I got distracted with the PlayStation thing. I think Florida.
Fuck it. Yeah, I'll join him.
Time to play the game.
I have to
PlayStation.
do a quick tangent just based on Michael saying he'll do a PlayStation because I think that Michael
Oh, no.
is breaking my brain because last night when we were recording our other podcast, I said throw a dartboard at a map. And I just haven't felt that stupid in a long time. So Michael, I just really want you to know that I really sympathize and empathize with you.
That's a dangerous road to go down.
The poor man's
It's a
struggle.
slippery slope.
I just thought that Michael was taking anime dating simulations to the next level,
Ooh,
trying to
woo.
insert his disc into slot B.
I'm now tempted to see if there are dating sims for the consoles.
Oh, I thought you were now tempted to try to put your dick in the PlayStation.
Not related,
No,
but kind of
its warranty
Yes,
is worn out.
and-
I couldn't do it.
not related, but kind of related. The Dead by Daylight dating sim is out now, and I have not looked at it yet. So, at some point in the future, if we wanted for something weird to do on this show, we could experience the dating sim together.
I'm intrigued.
Not Florida man.
This was Florida Man.
Dang it.
Nice.
Which
Michael, are
just
you
delights
fucking
me.
googling that right now?
I am seeing if dating sim, like if there's a dating sim for consoles. Okay.
Do you think
All
it would
right.
be hot to watch two consoles mount each other?
No, you wouldn't be a console. Obviously, as we learned from Hatoful Boyfriend, you're just dating consoles. You weren't
Oh.
a pigeon when you were, or a bird when you were dating the birds in Hatoful Boyfriend. So,
Hatoful.
Michael, honestly,
Hatoful.
I'm just embarrassed that I even forgot that. So I'm so fucking sorry.
Mm.
You should be.
My PlayStation is in a motorcycle gang. I just want to point
Well,
that out.
Jesus,
That's
is mine
badass. How many tattoos it got?
7. One is on its crack.
I cannot see. Is it peanut butter? I cannot see anything. I couldn't find anything about specific
okay.
dating sims for consoles.
Well, I'm sorry about that. It's just a sorrowful situation.
If
all
you
right.
find one, though, listeners, put it in the comments.
Oh, please,
Yeah, please
do.
do.
Yes, engage.
You are.
Last two on our first foray into Florida Man. After being arrested for crashing his car into a shopping mall, a Florida man explained to police that he was merely attempting to time travel. Which is crazy, of course, because if you wanted to travel 50 years into the future, just leave Florida.
I'm gonna say that's that's the fakey. That doesn't exist.
Nope.
It doesn't.
This is a real headline. This is just from
What
this is from an evening show where they were making fun of the person. But yes, a Florida man, after running into a shopping mall, told the police that he was merely attempting to time travel. Florida
I love
or
this
no?
for Florida man. Yeah, I think this is Florida.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what? You go, Florida man. Travel to the future. Go back there.
Yeah, I think he was trying to get out of this country. But
Again, don't blame you. Have at it. Thoughts and prayers.
all right, John, you're also Florida man.
Vancouver.
Okay, this is Florida.
That is Florida.
This is Florida. All right, final one for this installment. I will tell you the fake one was not in this batch of material, so
Okay,
we've
that's perfectly
skated it
fine.
for this week. That can just be lingering in the future for the next time we elect to do Florida Man. Final headline of the evening. Ocala authorities are dispatched to Ward Street after a caller heard a noise in their home and found hot coffee and a muffin.
Wait, say that again.
Ocala authorities are dispatched to Ward Street after a caller heard a noise in their home and found hot coffee and a muffin.
Florida man just wants to leave some presents. You know what? Florida.
So they heard a break-in, went downstairs, and there was a cup of hot coffee and a muffin just waiting on the table.
It's some
Better
very
watch
involved
out.
DoorDash. That's what I'll say.
How very was it Kris Kringle? Is that what they call Santa Claus?
Depends on where you're at. Could be Pierre Noel. Could be Popo Gijo. Melissa is going to be absolutely enthralled that everybody got that reference. So congratulations.
No, not Florida.
Okay.
Yeah, this is
It's-
Louisiana man.
It's too pedestrian.
I said generic. I mean, I did say pedestrian.
You did like 100 times.
Shallow and pedantic. Okay, well, for the final run of the evening, this is Scan BC. This is very Canadian crime. This is not Florida.
Yeah, you
It's
broke
too
in and did them a
nice.
favor. Yeah.
I was like Florida man's redemptive arc. Man, like
The redemptive arc was the guy peeing in traffic.
he's like, I might be exposing myself to public, but you know what? I'm gonna help traffic move on. I got it. Public service.
We got some fun stuff ahead of us, friends, because there's I wish we had gotten to this one. I'm a little upset now, but
Do
it's
it.
okay. Okay, because this is
Final
so
one.
perfect.
Final
I need to go out on this one because I love it. Police detained and arrested a Florida man after he called 911 to complain that his cat was denied entry into a strip club.
Pussy just wants pussy, you know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah.
Florida.
That cat went full beast
Send
mode.
it.
Oh man, that he did.
Got cat scratch fever. Michael, Courtney?
I think it's Florida. I think the cat drove him to the strip club, and then he was mad because the cat was the one that drove, and then he was like, "Hey, like I'll get the first round of drinks because you drove." And then they were
See,
like,
I'm
"No,
just
cat."
envisioning-
Cat was denied.
Yeah.
I'm thinking the strip club employees and the cat were doing that meme that everybody's so fond of, where it's the drunk girls at the end of the table yelling, and the cat's just mean mugging as the cat just hanging out the door of the strip club.
You know what?
Yeah, the
I'm gonna
girls are
say
saying
Florida.
gentlemen's club, and the cat is like, titties.
They're like, it's a billiards room. He's like, yeah, whores.
No.
Sex workers.
The cat said it. I didn't. All right, Michael, you're the final vote.
Florida. I think it's Florida.
All right. Survey says it was, in fact, Florida cat. So
Florida cat. Yeah.
The sequel.
it is
Florida Man 2,
delightful.
Florida Cat.
Well, thank you all for trying something a little different with me, and I don't mean to presume, but I think Florida Man is a hit.
Oh, most
Oh yeah, I'm
certainly.
looking
That
forward
was
to future
great.
installments.
Okay,
That
all
was
right.
great.
Well, whenever I don't feel like doing a significant run of research, I will give us another installment of Florida Man. But hey, we're still on brand. We're still on format. We're still lying. I still have a lie in the future that y'all are going to have to figure out, which is very exciting.
Hell yeah.
Well, as per usual, thank you all for being here, and I'm talking to you lovely listeners out there because you are, in fact, the buoy that keeps this podcast afloat. In spite of the fact that we keep trying to dunk our own heads under the water, you are still attempting to save our lives despite ourselves, and that's delightful, and we love you for it. So thank you for being here. Thank you for coming back. If you haven't already, why aren't you subscribed? I mean, if you are, you know what's up, and you've seen what's happening. You are not going to be trapped in Florida directing traffic with your, what have you, with your yonis out. And, in any event, we also have, of course, new episodes winging your way every lovely Monday morning, so check us out here. If you're not subscribed, do so. We are over on the tubes of you pretty routinely. We've been a little crack-a-lacking fairly recently, just because, you know, flaming tire fire of our lives has finally caught up with us, but I swear, we're getting you some content that is longer than 10 seconds. We'll be winging your way. We're still going to be talking about why I love movies and which ones I prefer to others. And, of course, we've got some more Disinformed book chat that's going to be winging your way there as well in the near future, so we look forward to all of that. Of course, you can also see Michael's shorts. Why wouldn't you want to? They're very fetching.
Tasty shorts.
Florida Man shorts.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, there's a link in the show notes that's going to take you to all of our relevant socials, so you can find us there. But I think that is going to finally wrap us up like a muffin just propped up in a breakfast nook in South Vancouver. And so, for the Disinformed podcast this week, I'm Shane.
I'm John.
I'm Michael.
I'm Courtney.
Florida Man out.
And zippity zoopy's out of here.